Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or maybe it's afternoon where you are, and welcome in to the third day of the D3Hoops.com Classic here at the South Point Arena in Las Vegas as we get ready for women's basketball action. 6 games on tap today out of 7 left in the tournament. We are over the hump, picking up speed. But we still got some dandies for you today. We'll start with the Beavers of Buena Vista coming in to take on the Owls of Westfield State. Buena Vista coming off a victory yesterday, I think. Also, no, they did not. I'm sorry. Stumbled.
That was the Amherst game.
That was the Amherst game, yes. No, that's Westfield. I'm talking about Buena.
Nobody was beating Amherst yesterday.
I'm talking about Buena. Buena Vista coming in now 4-7 on the season. Dana Christian, the head coach in her first season. We'll get you starters in a moment. Westfield State, they're the ones who played Amherst yesterday and actually played them somewhat competitively, though Amherst threw a wrinkle into the mix. Came away with the victory. Westfield State now 4-6. Andrea Bertini, the head coach and alum of that program. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. And they start with Buena Vista. They'll start with number 10, Destiny Innerwold, the 5'8 junior guard from Orange City, Iowa. Number 11, McKenna Whitehill, a 5'4 senior guard from Mason City, Iowa. Number 13, Holly Schneider, the 5'9 senior guard from Panora, Iowa. Hannah Appleseth, the 5'4 senior guard from Panora, Iowa. And number 31, Morgan Mulbauer, the 5'9 senior guard from Manila, Iowa. Of course, for Westfield State, well, by the way, Mulbauer listed as a guard. She's certainly more of a forward. For Westfield State, they come in. They had a little bit of change to their starting lineup this weekend. Chelsea Musette still starting, the 5'1 junior guard from Southampton, Massachusetts, picking up her 11th start in 11 games. Kayla Durkee, the 5'7 junior guard from Georgetown, Massachusetts, also picking up her 11th start in 11 games. Melissa Gray picking up her 2nd start this season, the 5'8 sophomore from Peabody, Massachusetts. And Lucy Barrett, again, 11-11, getting going herself, the senior from Williamstown, Massachusetts. And we are underway and apparently can't seem to change our camera. There it goes. There it goes. Our camera angle finally working for us. Missed shot on the first way for Westfield State and a block on the other direction. We're going to see much more of the system today here for Westfield State. Amherst went up tempo on him. It threw everybody off. And it's not a final. We'll fix that. Oh, clear that up.
Well, if you weren't awake yet, you will be now watching this Westfield State team play with the fast tempo. And it doesn't even really matter who the starters are, Dave, because they change so quickly and so frequently.
They'll have 2 rotations, basically, as they do have several injuries and scratches for today, this weekend, to be honest, and a double dribble violation called on the Owls. Durkee. Siobhan Moriarty, who had started all 9 games coming into the weekend from Danvers, Massachusetts, is a scratch. Zachelle Goulam, also a scratch, as Buena Vista misses the shot on the other end. And Courtney McCurry. So 3 players who get significant minutes for this team are scratches. As an air ball for Westfield State. Both teams now 0 for 4 on shots and 0 for 5 on possessions. Inside, missed shot from Mulbauer, and then a ball out of bounds, and we'll get our first rotation as you see. We'll double check who's coming in. I'm pretty confident I know, but I always like to triple check to be sure.
Measure twice, cut once.
Exactly, if at all possible. I'm missing, there it is. We got the other ones, we'll get you those starters. Buena Vista tries it. Einenwald, who got her face hit last night, had a bloody nose for a little bit of the game, as the missed shot coming from Holly Schneider. So it's Ashley Lane, Alyssa Camara, Allison Hester, Kiera McCarthy, and Tanya Slaughter on the floor now for the Owls. A little more deliberate in their half-court set. They'll get inside, look for the layup, and it falls. We got our first 2 points of the contest. And we got a ball out of bounds. Bounce pass, can't get to Mulbauer. Now foul will be called on the play. Into the game comes Jennifer Schneider for the Beavers, 5'11 freshman from Lamar's, Iowa, and Casey Miller, the 5'5 sophomore guard from Lamar's, Iowa. Also coming in, Aaron Gerke, 5'7" sophomore guard from Newell, Iowa. So it's 2-0 Westfield. Thought we were going to see a little bit more up-tempo from them in their system mentality, but we don't. Steal there, and nearly a steal there, and a quick pass up ahead, and basket. As Buena Vista gets its first 2 points of the contest.
Good job by Schneider to get up ahead of the play. That's one of the situations, if I'm Westfield State, I let her go. No need to foul there when she's already beat the entire up-tempo. I mean, you talk about up-tempo Westfield State, to have everyone get beat there, at that point, you just let her go. There's no reason to pick up a foul.
Starters for us, the Owls are back in. Musette, Durkee, Gray, Helgus, and Barrett, as this is that rotation. And going for the three-point opportunity here is Holly Schneider. First the only free throw she'll get is a miss. So we actually are at 4-2 as we update our scoreboard. Westfield State surprised by Amherst last night, as Amherst came out, or yesterday I should say, and attacked Westfield with its own mentality. Went up tempo themselves and decided, as GP Gromacki told us in the D3 Hoops Classic conversation, we decided, you know, we'll fight fire with fire. And for the first time in my career, I wrote score points on the board.
And boy, they did, setting or matching 5 tournament records. And
breaking some of their own.
Yeah, singles game school record for Hannah Fox, the most points in the history of.
Steal by Mulbauer, puts up the shot and is fouled.
A pretty illustrious program, so not only dismantling the tournament record by 12 points, 13 points over the previous record, it's broke her own school record.
Yeah, pretty impressive to say the least. Mulbauer goes to the free throw line. She's got 2 shots and hits the first. Substitute ready to come in is for Mulbauer. Missed is on the second. Sometimes I think they do that on purpose so they can stay in the game longer.
Pick off at midcourt. Playing a little faster.
And nice job inside. We'll update that scoreboard now with 3 points.
Playing a little faster there than Buena Vista. Buena. I got that right the second time.
I apologize. Missed that. And there's the 3 points. As Westfield State gets up, it's 8-5 now.
Buena Vista's done a real solid job thus far, especially on the half-court level of kind of matching the speed, the tempo the Westfield's brought out. And they're doing a nice job on the boards. Another good rebound there on the baseline. But then a bad pass.
So we're going the other direction. Westfield State quickly on the layup, missed it. Big rebound. We're coming back the other direction. Buena Vista is okay with this tempo so far. And near steal. Whoa, missed it. Nope. Now they got to travel. Missed the foul. There was a foul in there. Just didn't see it. Oh, I thought they would have seen it. A little bit of aggressiveness. Substitutes coming in. We'll get you updated on things in a moment. And a missed rebound for Buena Vista. Ball out of bounds. Both teams kind of starting off a little bit awkward.
After a long day of basketball yesterday, 6 games, Buena Vista had the day off. How does this impact them? Or are they much fresher than a Westfield team that had
Buena Vista didn't have the day off yesterday.
I think they did.
Nope. Nope. Rebound, put back. Loose ball and a timeout called. Buena Vista played Gettysburg yesterday, lost 78-60. It was the first game out of the gate.
Was that what it was?
Yep.
That's
why you think it was 2 days ago.
Because I hadn't arrived yet.
And then Westfield State followed up with a 104-79 loss.
Keep forgetting that I missed the first game yesterday while I was arriving all the way from the East Coast. There was 5 games that I was a part of yesterday, but there were 6 in all. So this is day 3. 5 games on day 1, 6 yesterday, despite what my memory will tell everybody.
Yeah.
6 today, and then, why not close the tournament with the matinee? That's what you get tomorrow. One of the largest fields in the history of this tournament in its 9th year, and next year we'll celebrate a decade of the D3 Hoops Classic. It'll be exciting to be back here again next year and see which teams want to take part in probably the premier tournament, regular season-wise at least, in Division III.
Out of the timeout, which, by the way, was called by Buena Vista. So we'll correctly put that on our scoreboard.
Dave's amazing me here because not only is he doing play-by-play, he's also doing the producing and the scoreboard at the same time. So
I even tried to throw in some Twitter there. Might have overachieved on that one. I didn't really achieve. I might have overreached.
You know what? Multitasking, if you could pull it off.
Pass inside and a layup. What a pass. Shot by Jen Poots. And the pass coming from Appleseth. Three-pointer coming. Buried for the Owls. They've hit a couple three-pointers in this early part of the game. A little awkward moment as falling to the ground, trying to inbound the ball was Jennifer Schneider. The Owls will rotate their team out, so they'll get the starters back in. Again, they are going with 2 rotations of 5. They are missing 3 key players from this unit. And when you look at that, they don't necessarily, I almost wonder if a couple players aren't getting much time. But, Tana Slaughter had only played 4 games coming into the weekend, has already played a lot this weekend. You got others you do wonder may not be getting as much time because of it. It's an interesting moment. They've got a couple sitting on the bench, and one on crutches. We're back underway here. 11-7 the lead for Westfield State. By the way, I hope you're enjoying this one also in here at South Point. Our audio broadcast available to the hotel and casino at large.
Pretty scary. Somebody might be listening to us while playing a few hands on the blackjack table.
I hope they're not doing that because we will just.
That would be multitasking.
That would be uncalled for. Three-pointer shot, no good. That one coming from Gray. Quick pass, near side. Appleseth didn't like the shot, so she dribbled the top of the key. Skip pass far side. Innerwald didn't have the option she wanted. Gets it back to Appleseth. Appleseth has picked up her dribble. Finally gets it to Poots. Poots outside. Shot coming from Whitehill. She buries the long jumper.
Buena Vista has been a lot more selective with its shots. Obviously, Westfield, with the system they play, they do force up quite a bit of probably contested shots is a fair way to say it. Buena Vista has been moving the ball really well.
Westfield State shot in the corner, no. And now they employ the full court pressure. This is where the system side of them really shows. Got them trapped in the back court, forcing the pass. It's complete, and they get into the front court just barely. So now we'll get restarted here. Those 7 on the shot clock. Appleseth will pop up 3. Misses it in position as the Owls nearly had it stolen. But here comes Westfield State with a head of steam into the corner. Quick pass, going for another 3. This is the Westfield State we're used to. That Amherst disrupted greatly. 14-9 now the lead. As a timeout will be called by Westfield State, and I believe it's a substitution timeout. They did this yesterday to make sure that they could get their subs in when the pace was indicating they may not. So Westfield State calls timeout, but it is just for subs, something you don't normally see until the end of games when you're trying to get some scrubs in.
And especially when you have only 5 timeouts in women's basketball, the question is, what do you conserve? The Owls have lost 4 in a row, though, including yesterday's loss to Amherst. And with this program right now, they're trying to jumpstart their season. Got out to a nice lead here. Got the lead, why not play with it and use the system that you have that's been successful for you? Oh, and here's a pick off at midcourt.
Going the other way, but fouled. Well, that's an interesting call from that far away, but okay. Free throw. Not good. So we got one more coming. Addison Gutierrez, who we mentioned hadn't seen a lot of time yesterday, a freshman from Holyoke, Massachusetts, into the game and misses both.
In fact, looking at the box score, didn't play at all yesterday.
Yeah. Has not made a free throw this season. That was the first time she had gone to the line this season. She's now 0 for 2. And the ball will stay with Buena Vista after the near steal attempt. With 3:23 left here in the first. Smallbauer forces her way in, gets the basket, and Buena Vista draws to within 3 here. 14-11. Steal. It's almost in reverse here, what you normally see.
Got her own board.
Yeah, couldn't get it to fall, but gets her own board. And we're back still with Buena Vista trying to get more points, and they do with a little short jumper inside by Holly Schneider and draws the game to within 1. And it's the BVU defense that's showing its teeth here early on. Yeah. Forced up attempt there by Slaughter.
They're doing a good job rebounding right now, and you know both these programs on long losing streaks right now. The Beavers have dropped 3 in a row. Last basket.
Quick inside on the steal attempt, they're calling a foul.
The last basket before they were able to get their own rebound because Westfield did not trail the play. Led to a wide open look and then a third opportunity. And you can't give a school like anyone, frankly, any of the schools in this tournament, because we haven't seen a program out here who's you would say is a bad program. There's teams that are obviously elite, but you give teams that many opportunities, Dave, and they're going to eat you alive.
Three-pointer in the corner, good as Buena Vista takes its second lead of the game, I believe. That shot buried, I believe, by Holly Schneider.
Stepping in front of the pass, telegraphed and read it perfectly.
And unfortunately, not a smooth transition here for Buena Vista. Pass inside, awkwardly thrown up by Jennifer Schneider. We'll come back the other direction. Forcing the issue into a double team was Barrett.
And Buena Vista doing a good job here, Dave, of slowing it down in transition when they don't have the numbers going up court and listening to the bench.
Quick jumper from Gerke, no good. Mulbauer, the rebound, puts it up, no good. Gerke, the rebound, puts it up, and will get called for the travel as she shuffled her feet trying to attack the rim.
She had it. She takes the dribble there. It's an easy 2 points. 3 opportunities, though, right there. 3 for the Beavers last night. That was one of the Achilles heel early in the North Central Ohio Northern game. North Central was getting out-rebounded pretty badly early on second, third opportunities. One of the reasons that you saw Ohio Northern get out to that big lead that they never gave up.
Owls in the white uniforms with blue numbers and trim. Going from left to right across your monitor. Far side with it is Camara. She'll pass it inside, now passed outside. Jumper coming. It's short and over the rim by McCarthy. McCarthy going for the steal. It'll be tied up. It'll be Buena Vista possession. Buena Vista, the Beavers in the navy blue uniforms with gold numbers and trim. They are going from left to right, defending to the left, attacking to the right with 1:23 left here in the first quarter. It is a 16-14 lead for Buena Vista. Bounce pass, gives up the jumper. Layup is good for Jennifer Schneider as Buena Vista extends its lead and its run here. They're out now by 4. Their run here of significance. Westfield State is not doing well on shots as Allison Hester left that one about 1.5 feet short, and then the foul on the rebound as players going to the ground and rolled over the knees of Holly Schneider. Holly Schneider's had her presence known here, the senior this game, certainly. She will walk to the other end of the floor as it is a bonus situation for Buena Vista. So she'll have 2 shots coming into the weekend. She was a 76% free throw shooter, and she swishes the first one home. That lead continues. It's now by 5. Second one up and good as well. Schneider will step out and Destiny Einerwald will check into the game.
Another minute to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Westfield State needs some help here, as this run for Buena Vista is starting to hurt. But the foul called on McKenna Whitehill will allow the Owls to rotate in the B unit. Fresh legs for the final 50 seconds of this quarter. Good defense forces the Westfield to throw it under the backcourt. Buena Vista communicating well in this zone defense, 2-3 against this system-type squad. Mulbauer with good ball handling. That's why she's listed as a guard, even though she plays more of a forward. Air ball, though, on the 3 attempt by Whitehill.
Still an 11-0 run here for the Beavers.
You set with a nice dribble. 3 in the corner. That will at least semi-end the run, as a 3 from Durkee, who's the team's best three-point shooter at 38% coming into the weekend. And then Gerke throws it away. Gerke and Jennifer Schneider not on the same page there. And coming into the game comes Appleseth to replace Gerke. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Final shot coming here for the Owls. 5 seconds. Musette's got it. We'll hand it off. 2 seconds. Forcing it up. Barrett. No good on the front of the iron. And that draws us to an end here in the first quarter. It is the Beavers of Buena Vista with an 11-0 run to retake the lead. We'll get you more when we come back. You're watching the D3Hoops.com Classic from Las Vegas.
Receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Big shots. Big dunks. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Arena in Fort Wayne.
With his third triple.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and secure your seats today.
Welcome back as we get ready for second half action here from South Point Arena in Las Vegas. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Ira Thor as we present this one to you. Thank you, sir. We got our stats from the first half. There you are on your screen, folks. Not in person, but you get a look at who we are. We hope you are enjoying this one. Thanks for joining us as we get ready for the second quarter to start, and we are underway here at South Point. 40% from the floor for Buena Vista, 33% from the floor from Westfield.
A lot of turnovers in that first quarter, Dave. 17 between the two of them.
And just like that to start this quarter off. Westfield State gets a 3, tie this baby up at 20 apiece. Yeah, you saw that? There you go.
You got my Twitter handle wrong.
Well, whatever. Somebody else will get the love. Can't fix it on the screen. Steal by the Owls, the other coming the other direction. 9:25 remaining.
I mean, I'm the only person in the world with that name. However, somebody actually has the handle. It's crazy.
3 in the corner, no good. Easy rebound. Westfield State 5 of 9 from beyond the arc in that quarter. 1 for 6 for Buena Vista. But Westfield State now 1 of 2 in this quarter, and the foul called on the Owls, and they'll rotate the B unit into the game.
What's impressive?
The A unit.
Oh, it's the A1 and the A2.
It's the B unit. It's the B unit.
Impressive thus far for the Beavers has been the fact that they've been able to turn the turnovers that are going to happen because of the quickness that Westfield plays into points. 7-0 edge right now in points off turnovers. And if Buena Vista is able to snap this losing streak today, that's going to be where they do it. Taking advantage in that area. That's what I'm looking for.
Nice three that bounces high off the backboard. Actually a two, I apologize.
Friendly bounce for sure.
Yeah, real friendly bounce for Appleseth. As we come back, well, high dribble, but legal. Got her hand above the ball. Buena Vista aggressive in this 2-3. Owls do not like it. And we're going to get a hand check on Appleseth as that aggression goes step too far. 8:36 left to go here in the quarter. Buena Vista's got the 2-point lead here, 22-20. We had 2 ties and 1 lead change in the first quarter. Westfield led by as many as 5. And throwing it away. Again, just different page of the ball game there as Slaughter threw it behind the intended target, which I believe was Allison Hester. BVU who will sub in 3 or 4 at a time, do so here with 3 new bodies. Gerke comes in along with Holly Schneider. Also back to the floor is Jennifer Schneider. Jennifer Schneider helps out there, gets it back to Holly Schneider. If you're wondering, they could possibly be related. Mulbauer forces her way in. Gets 2 points. Buena Vista's with a 4-point lead. They have led, their biggest lead is 6 so far in this contest.
Tough shot.
Match them. Shot falls. Westfield State down by 2 now. In a very different ball game than they played against Amherst yesterday. They scored. The score was, what, 30-20 at the end of the first quarter? Quickly up ahead, and Westfield State has tied this game on a layup from Camara off the feed from Slaughter. Throwing it away, and Owls will rotate the A unit in. In the meantime, Destiny Einerwald will check in for Vista. So it's interesting, Buena Vista will almost rotate 3 or 4 in, and then a minute or 2 later rotate a 5th. Then they'll rotate 3 or 4 in, and then they'll rotate a 5th. It's a very interesting strategy.
That is their strategy to try to counter this Westfield system.
Well, they did it yesterday, too. It just three-pointer, no good. Nice rebound, put back, it goes for Westfield State, takes the lead thanks to the efforts by Slaughter. Gray missed the 3. Slaughter got the rebound and put the putback in. She's got a chance at a 3-point play here. Correction, that's Durkee with the effort. And Durkee, the best free throw shooter on this unit, 85%, looking to make it a 3-point play and leaves it short and rolls over the rim.
The second you say that's what happens. Oh, my gosh.
And BVU released 2 players on the free throw, and get it, Einerwald with the assist, and it was Jennifer Schneider with the basket.
Well scouted there. Head coach Dana Christian. That was good communication there to kind of give her team kind of an idea of what to expect off of a missed free throw.
Well, they knew the Owls would be up in a pressure situation, not necessarily looking to fire anybody back, so they released 2 and got a good baseball pass out of the deal and tie this game at 26. Jennifer Schneider up ahead to Einerwald. Einerwald in trouble as she picks up her dribble, double team, good double team. She's got to get rid of it. Finally does to Holly Schneider. Nice drive to the basket, and Buena Vista now has a 28-26 lead. Quickly up ahead and a big block from Mulbauer.
Mulbauer with the block and then a beautiful move. Kind of faked her right and then a quick step back to her left. Allowed that layup to happen. Just a great move there. And Buena Vista right now has been playing faster and more athletic than Westfield. And they're taking advantage of some holes in the system.
That ball deflected. Westfield State will pick it up. It was deflected by Buena Vista. And so the Beavers defense showing its teeth here in this contest. They've got a 2-point lead with 6:15 left to go in the half. Nice feed. Dribble got her in trouble, though. Slaughter couldn't hold on to it. The pass up ahead to Holly Schneider is a little too far for the 5'9" senior. And so the Owls will maintain possession, under 6 to play and under 20 in the shot clock. Pump fake on the 3, drive, floater, no good. Rebound fought for, Slaughter puts it up and in. Correction, that's McCarthy. Just can't see the numbers as well apparently this morning. Contact's not working. Einerwald to the drive off the pump fake. She gets it to fall. It's 30-28 with a chance at a 3-point play for Einerwald, who's an 84% shooter from the line. the junior, making her presence known. Appleseth checks into the game, and into the game for Westfield State also comes McKenna Whitehill, the starter. 5:42 remaining here in the second quarter. Enerwald up and misses the free throw. I jinxed her mentioning the great percentage she had, right? That's how it works?
That's happened now twice in this game. That's the way it always works, is the announcer jinx.
I'm pretty sure I could keep quiet and that would have still happened. Just a gut feeling. Three-pointer from the wing, and it's good. Westfield State certainly hitting well from deep as Hester that time drains the tray. With possessions, Whitehill. She'll get it to Appleseth as the Owls defense, not surprisingly extended. Near attempt at the steal, or near effort to get it from McCarthy. Three-pointer in the corner. Buena Vista responds with a Whitehill three.
All credit by the extra pass there by Enerwold. She had a shot herself, passed it up, unselfish play, led the points, and then she gets the steal right here.
Telegraphed easily that time as Hester told the whole building where she was going with that, and Enerwald gets the steal, and then a foul by McCarthy as she tried to close in on the double team as the A unit will get ready to come back in here. For the Owls, (33-31), the Beavers up on the Owls in a battle of forest animals. Yeah, we might be a little tired.
That was a long day, but you know what was made longer?
Molbauer with the basket and ties the contest.
Spent 2 hours at the blackjack table after dinner, and I was sitting next to the older brother of one of the Ohio Northern players the whole time. We had some good conversation.
Blocked by Molbauer. That's 2 blocks in this quarter.
He was trying to make a case, should the Polar Bears go on a run, for them to be a top 25 team, and I had to quickly shut that down.
Thank you. That
Not
four-game
with
slide
8
is
losses.
not gonna, that 4-game slide's not going to be forgotten, plus the 8 in total. Yeah. If you go win the national title, sure.
Oh, yeah, then get to the Final Four either.
That's a long three, and Musette buries it.
They have now hit 2 NBA range threes here in the last 2.5 minutes.
That made the NBA range look like short. Nice pump fake, and the layup missed by Whitehill.
Good save.
Those
Great effort there.
Here comes Westfield State the other direction. Kind of more their game now, but they missed the layup. Barrett blew it.
Didn't look up quickly enough. It was Muehlbauer. She actually had
Barrett
a breakaway.
with a poke check. And the B unit will come in for the Owls. Gerke will come in for Vista, along with Jen Poots, the Middleton, Wisconsin native and senior. 3:51 remaining here just in the second quarter, 35-34. Well, I apologize. We got the wrong score there, folks. We gave the wrong points to the wrong team. 35-34, the lead for Buena Vista. Trying to multitask is not always the easiest of challenges.
Let's not forget next year, remind me, I'll bring the scoreboard, I'll automate it, and then allow you to do some other producing
there we go.
magic.
If it works accordingly.
Or an intern. Bring an intern.
If we can bring an intern, sir, we're on another ball game.
If you'd like to be the D3 Hoops Classic intern.
Three-pointer, top of the key. Buena Vista buries that one. And now has a 37-35 lead, 3:18 remaining in the quarter.
Applications are available now. Just contact Dave McHugh on Twitter or Pat Coleman at
we will
D3
find
Hoops.
a way to make it work.
And you could be our intern next year in the 10th tournament.
Nice drive.
All right, I'll go get it.
It was about time for this to happen. We hadn't had a stuck ball on the rim, and we finally do off the shot from Poots.
You want me to jump up and knock it out?
Please don't. I don't want to see you tear an ACL. So we have another the officials believe that they can jump up for it, so we will use another basketball to get the job done. Of course, this is a jump ball scenario, so it'll remain with the Beavers, though I would argue if that had gone in, you should have counted it. And that coach going to clear off the sticky sheet. Everybody doing something at this game. Gotta love it. Inside, Gerke finds a lane. We got a tie ball game, 37 apiece. This second quarter has been exciting.
Avoided a little contact as well. Got a little bit of a bump on the way to the hole.
Less than 3 minutes to play. 2-3 zone still being implemented. Found an opening, did Gray, but she left the shot well short, and she just has that disheveled look on her face like, I don't know. Inbounds. Whitehill will bring it up across the timeline, being guarded by Musette. And Barrett nearly comes up with the steal. Can't believe she couldn't hold on to that one. I think she got surprised that it wasn't as snappy a pass and thus more ability to control than she expected.
All right, I got this
You
one.
sure you got that one
Yeah,
without hurting you?
this
Come on,
one
you got it? You got it?
I got it.
All right, he's got it. Well,
Yeah,
the official
baby.
would like it. Thank you. Please give it to the official.
First souvenir of the tournament.
You didn't keep it, though, so no souvenir. 37,
Well, I'm very generous. I give stuff away.
2:35 remaining here in the quarter. Gerke picks up her dribble, gets it to Enerwold.
Family guilt. We're finishing the basement at home, so the family guilted me into buying a large TV I was not planning on buying this year, so I'm very generous.
Nice try by Poots in a basket. They didn't talk you into it. You were more than willing to do it. I know you.
I'm never going to be home to watch it because I'm always traveling the country with you, sir. North Carolina, Las Vegas.
Big screen I've got in the studio.
Argentina.
Argentina. Another long three coming. That one does not fall. And a strong rebound from Barrett, who then gets hip checked by either Gerke or Whitehill. Or actually, that's not Whitehill. That's who is that? Oh, there we go. Casey Miller. Let's see here. It's on Gerke. That's her second, team's third of the quarter. We are not that close to we need 2 more fouls for either team to get us to a shooting scenario with 2:01 remaining. Steal. Schneider. Nearly stolen away. Gets to Whitehill. Whitehill takes one dribble and picks it up. She's in trouble. She's in a world of hurt, and that's going to be a jump ball. Whoops. And the official and players run into each other.
And the tie-up will favor Westfield.
$150 remaining.
Hello, everybody. Coming from directly in front of us here, court side, on day 3 of the D3 Hoops Classic.
Top of the key, not controlling very well is Hester. Hester, though, finds the open player in Aiken in the corner. Now to McCarthy, who drive, kick out, no one home. Unfortunately, Hester had moved.
So how early will teams begin to commit for next year's tournament? We know Ramapo will be here.
We already have some committed for next year.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, we know Ramapo will be here.
We don't have the full field. We don't have a full field ever at this point. We'll always be finishing it for the next few months. But we already have commitments for this year, and I bet we have some commitments for next year already. I mean, I'm sorry.
We already have 21.
Yeah, what I should say is we already have commitments for 2019. And I bet you we already have commitments for 2020.
And we know Ramapo will be here. They basically have a timeshare out here in Vegas.
Yeah, I think they've upgraded that timeshare. I think they've got Mandalay Bay floor. While it's not here at South Point, they've upgraded. They had a South Point floor at one point. I think they even reserved the pool. Nice steal as Jennifer Schneider did not maintain a good hold of that ball, though the layup missed by Lane. And we're coming back the other direction in what has become a little bit of a sloppy game. And a little too aggressive there. Lane has had a rough few minutes here. Can be aggressive, but remember I said we weren't that close to a shot? Well, we are now.
Well, this is, I mean, I was talking yesterday on one of the broadcasts with, I don't remember what game anymore, but with Pat about the change in women's game several years ago to the quarter system, which I still am not, I'm not a big fan of. I don't love it. I'm more of a purist when it comes to college basketball.
Purist? The only game in the game that doesn't play quarters is men's basketball.
Well, it used to be women's basketball as well, and I kind of like the half system. It made college basketball unique. However, one of the changes with the quarter system I really do like is the implementation of eliminating the one-on-one and shooting on 5 fouls.
And kills us walking in the line for an entire half because they reset the fouls midway through the half, and so now we don't have a train walk to the to the, for 10 minutes of a game just going to the free throw line.
Exactly. So that's the one way where it actually has sped up the game in some situations.
Absolutely.
Not for every team, but for one.
The vast majority of times of women's games are way down, and it's made a huge difference. And men are going to go to it. They just have to work out some details. As a three was missed there by Gray. Shot clock and game clock are close, but not off as a shot clock. Now it is off the miss. Mulborough picks out the ball. She'll take it on the break. 3-on-2. She's going to go the whole way. Goes up with the left hand. Misses it. Could not grab the rebound. Barrett goes flying into her bench. Saves the ball. Durkee up the court. Barrett back on the floor. Musette for three. Back iron, no good. Cannot hold the rebound. Grabbed by Gray. Gray loses possession of the ball. Flips it to Musette. We got 3 seconds. 2. Musette's going to go for it from way downtown and left it short by about a couple of feet.
I don't think she realized at first how much time was left on the clock until she got a little holler there from her bench. Barrett with such great athleticism, diving into her bench, giving up her body to try to save that. She had 24 points yesterday against an Amherst team that pretty much dominated the game, but coming out here, and I'll tell you what, here in this second half, or the second quarter, I should say, this was way more entertaining, a lot more control. First half was sloppy. Liked what I saw from the two teams in the second quarter. Looking forward to the third.
40-37, Buena Vista's got the lead here at halftime on Westfield State. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's a good break, so get a drink, stretch your legs, get a bite to eat. When we get back, we'll get you some stats, get you ready for second half action. You're watching the D3Hoops.com Classic from South Point Arena in Las Vegas. Back at the half after this.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
This is why we love sports. It's in the way they play, free from the pressures and all the money talk. Playing for simply the love of the game, where everyone has a shot at their definition of success on and off the field. This is what we love about sports, and what we can still love about college sports.
My name is Marcus Walker. I was All-State, won a state championship, a high school All-American, and played college and pro ball. I played because I love the game. I grind to be the best. I sweat because I put in work. I'm strong because I believe. When I want to bring it before game time, I come to the house that college basketball built, the CBE. No matter your skill, take it to another level. Elevate your game right here at the College Basketball Experience at Sprint Center.
Big shots. Teamwork. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Krager Center in Salem.
Bounces right back with a triple. Great job here. And that'll do it!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and get your tickets today.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance. A monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
It's on us to stop sexual assault
in any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
to stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I coined my definition of success in 1934. My definition of success is peace of mind attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. It's like reputation and character. Reputation is what others perceive you to be. Character is what you are.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I used to never really talk. Ever. I was afraid if I said something wrong, everyone would laugh at me. But then I started to play golf with Special Olympics. It helped me to find my voice. And now everyone else is speechless.
Big shots. Big dunks. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Arena in Fort Wayne.
With his third triple.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and secure your seats today.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to halftime here in Las Vegas at the South Point Arena for the 9th annual D3Hoops.com Classic. As we just rearrange our camera shot here at midcourt, for whatever reason, we got a weird angle sometimes. We'll let it be. 40-37 the lead for Buena Vista. Let's take a look at halftime statistics for these two squads. Individually, Holly Schneider leading the way for Buena Vista with 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Second on the team with 7 points and leading the team with 6 rebounds is Morgan Mulbauer. Team is shooting 17 of 31 at 54.8%, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, and 4 for 8 from the free throw line. For Westfield, individually, they're led by Kayla Durkee with her 8 points. Second on the team with 6 points is Chelsea Musette and Melissa Gray. Team's leading rebounder is Lucy Barrett with 7, though she is the leading scorer on the team this season. She has left scoreless so far on 0 of 7 shooting. Team is shooting 14 of 40 from the floor, 35%, 9 of 20 from the three-point line at 45%, and 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Westfield State is out rebounding Buena Vista 23-22. Buena Vista has 10 assists to 15 turnovers. Westfield State has 7 assists to 14 turnovers. So there's your halftime stats. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get you second half action. You're watching the D3Hoops.com Classic from Las Vegas. Back with more after this.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Welcome back. Halftime here as we get ready for Buena Vista versus Westfield. We were just talking about scoring for these two teams. For Buena Vista, Holly Schneider leading the team right now with 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 3 for 5 from the free throw line with 4 rebounds. She has certainly played well in this contest and has been the catalyst for Buena Vista retaking the lead. There have been 7 ties and 7 lead changes in this contest, and Schneider's having a lot to do with that. On the other side of it, we mentioned Lisa Barrett. She's having not as great a day. 0 points on 0-7 shooting, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc with 7 rebounds. She comes into the weekend team best scorer at 19 points a game, 4.5 rebounds she leads the team, and 3 steals she leads the team with 2 turnovers as well. As far as steals, she only has a single steal. So you can see the difference there between Schneider and Barrett in this contest. And again, as we get ready for this second half action, we'll keep an eye on how Barrett ends up turning things around, to say the least, in this contest as we get ready to get going. Appreciate you all tuning in and joining us here at South Point Arena. My partner, Pat Ira Thor, will be back here momentarily. I sent him on an errand. It took longer than I expected. As we are back underway. Buena Vista in the road blues with gold numbers and trim, and a hip check from Barrett. Sends McKenna Whitehill to the floor pretty hard. Looks like she landed on her knee. Took a moment to get up. And Whitehill will step out. Gerke will step in immediately to give her a break. Holly Schneider will inbound it. Gets it to Mulbauer. Back out. Schneider, 3. Caught the net, but on the outside. Did not go through the rim. Again, Beavers in their road blues are going from left to right. Now the white uniforms with blue numbers and trim of the Owls. With possession, they'll go right to left. Barrett keeps it from going out of bounds, gets it back to Musette. Musette kick back out Barrett. Barrett 3 on the way. First points of the contest for Barrett, ties this one up at 40 apiece. We just mentioned how she was 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, 0 for 7 from the field. She's now 1 of 7, 1 for 4. Or 1 for 8, I should say 1 for 4. And she hits that. Gerke will go to line here. Free throw coming and hits that one. And the B team for Owls come in. Don't mean that as a derogatory thing. It's just that is they've got 2 sets of 5 essentially. And that's what we see here as the second unit comes in. 41-40, make it 42-40 as Gerke hits both free throws, coming in for Whitehill, who banged herself up a little bit on that first play of the half. And then a steal by Enerwald. Enerwald nearly loses control on the steal attempt, but gets it back, and Holly Schneider gets it and nicely met on the pass attempt. So Schneider will take it to the hole and it'll hit the basket instead. Not how she drew up the plan, but it's how it worked, 44-40. Barrett, who got her first points of the half after starting the game 0 for 7. Not on the floor currently as the Owls look for some offense. Nice cut. Forcing the shot up. That one falls for Ashley Lane.
In the second quarter, Westfield kind of flipped the script on the Beavers in terms of scoring off of giveaways. 9 of their 20 points for Westfield were scored off turnovers in the second quarter, and that's why they got themselves back in the game.
Gerke with a nice run, and the assist from Holly Schneider extends the lead back out to 4, 46-42 here with 8:05 remaining in the quarter. Beavers continue to stay in that 2-3, which has been so successful. Forced Gray into a long shot there. Get the rebound. Wilbauer quickly up ahead to Gerke. Gerke will find Enerwald. Enerwald will pump fake, drive the lane, go around the defender, but cannot get it to fall. Fight for the rebound, will go out of bounds, and they will give it to the Beavers. No, I'm sorry, give it to the Owls. Beavers head coach Dana Christen wanted to know why it wasn't a jump ball scenario, as the A unit returns for the Owls, which includes Barrett, who is now 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc with a big 3 to start this half. Quickly up ahead, drove it to the bottom of the rim, did Halgus, and will come back the other direction. Enerwald, hesitation, drive, throw, forces it up, and gets bailed out, much to the chagrin of Kayla Durkee. So Enerwald will head to the line. She's a pretty solid free throw shooter for Dana Christen's team, who's Christen again in her first year. Our graduate of Briarcliff, 4 and 7 in her first year. Free throw is good. Second one coming. Teams will be playing next already in the building and watching this one. I can see the pointers of Stevens Point. I have not seen Amherst as of yet.
I saw him in the lobby, coming out the elevator today.
Yeah, I did see him there. Musette dribbles it off her foot, gets it back off the carom, but then loses control again. Mulbauer will come back the other direction. Floater up ahead. Beautiful pass to Holly Schneider. BVU's got a 50-42 lead. Musette, quick swing passes into the corner. 3 falls as Westfield State gets a big basket there to stay within arm's length of this deficit. The shot coming from Melissa Gray. Whitehill. Hallie Schneider knocked that one short on the finger roll. Ball is loose, and Schneider comes up a little bit hurt as she collided with somebody on the field, or the floor. She gets back up. Mulbauer gets to her feet. And we got a number of subs for both teams coming in. The second unit for Westfield State is in. That's Ashley Lane, Alyssa Camara, Allison Hester, Kiera McCarthy, and Taina Slaughter. And for the Beavers, Casey Miller is into the game, along with Nicole Lang, the 5'11 freshman forward from Harlan, Iowa. Not sure we've seen her all weekend. Also into the game comes Jen Poots for the first time this half. And we get a foul on the baseline. Jennifer Schneider also into the game as well for Buena Vista. Lang picks up the foul moments after coming into the game. Quick feed, Gray shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Lang. Deflected out of bounds as she tried to outlet it.
Active hands, though, and that's when you're Westfield right now down by 5, but this is a manageable deficit. The speed that they play, if they can force some turnovers, get themselves right back in this game.
Wrong page.
Well, that right
Whitehill
there,
saw.
That's a forced turnover.
Well, Whitehill saw Schneider go one way. Schneider then cut back the other way, and Whitehill still threw it in the direction she was headed. I think I'd call that an unforced turnover, but I see the defender being there. Could certainly make that a forced turnover conversation, to be sure. 6:15 remaining in the quarter. 3 on the way from Gray, no good. Sorry, from Lane, no good. That's going to be a charge. Whitehill getting too aggressive. Camped out in the lane, having a cup of coffee and enjoying her morning was Kiera McCarthy. Tough part about those is having the gumption to stand in there and take it. You are going to get hit. It's not going to be pleasant. It's going to end rough, but you know it's for the betterment of your team. Bounce pass, far side, jumper, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. As Hester and McCarthy miss opportunities, and in the battle for the ball will keep it. We'll keep it Westfield possession. I call the foul. I call it on Lang. That's her second foul, and we literally sub out everybody. We reset all 10 players on the floor.
You don't see that too often, Dave.
No.
For those out there who ever have kept basketball stats, that right there is called a double clear.
That's called hell. So the starters for Hauser, and you can mark those down as Musette, Durkee, Gray, Halgis, and Barrett. We'll double check who the 5 in is. Enenwald, who is one of those on the floor, traveled. She's joined on the floor by Holly Schneider. Also on the floor is Casey Miller for the first time today, 5'5" sophomore guard from Lamar's, Iowa. As Holly Schneider may have a little bit of blood from something. Aaron Gerke on the floor as well, and along with Morgan Mulbauer. And Holly Schneider has been immediately removed, and into the game comes Hannah Appleseth. .5:22 remaining here in the third quarter, 50-45. Buena Vista up on Westfield in the Beavers versus Owls contest. That in the Forest world has been long awaited to be a battle.
Christmas just arrived late for us here, or very early for next year, because Panera Bread has just been dropped off, courtesy of Pat Coleman.
Timeout called by Westfield State as Musette was in a world of hurt. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Yes, if you all of a sudden hear silence from us, it's one of two things. Either we have fallen asleep due to our incredible work schedule recently in this tournament, or we have found the food and we have decided that the food is more important than the game. I am warning you now, it's no disrespect to the game.
It's probably not because of sleep for me, because I got my good 4 hours. That's plenty. But Panera Bread can't wait.
So we get them out of the timeout here. 50-45 the lead here in the third quarter. bow, bow. The music is definitely the highlight of the trip. We always get to hear some of the classics.
I thought the highlight of the trip was the annual dinner with you, me, and Pat.
That's another highlight. You can have multiple highlights. It's called a highlight package. 4:48 remaining. Steal. Can it pull it off? No, nope. Westfield holds on to the ball. 10 seconds. Off glass and in. Great little jumper there by Hester. And Westfield State gets an important basket and, more importantly, a steal to keep BVU from getting any points themselves. Mulbar dribbles through a double team. She's going to go around the other side, throw it off the glass. No good. And Enerwald's going to get called for going over the back, trying to get the ball herself over McCarthy. And Holly Schneider with a taped, bandaged up shin will return, though we have a bonus situation here for Westfield State, who just, Buena Vista just hit the 5th team foul. So we will get a couple free throws here. We'll keep Holly Schneider from checking in just yet, as McCarthy will go to the line. She came into the weekend 5 of 8 from the line, and she sings that home easily. 50-48 now. Second one good as well, 50-49. Thinking about that double full, Einerwold's in trouble, and then throws it away as Apple Seth was trying to come over to help. Thinking about that double clear as the Owls clear their side. There's a few expletives I'm sure that would be said by every statistician in the world if they saw the double clear coming. Oh, guess what? It's another double clear, folks, as both teams will rotate 5 out and 5 in, as Buena Vista is starting to take a page out of the Owls playbook. Oof. Wow, look at the calm from the statisticians. One of them's got his hands behind his head. The other one's just calmly looking at his screen. Now they're bailed out here because there is apparently some blood on the court. It looks about where,
right by the X.
Well, it's right where Holly Schneider, who has a taped up knee, had been kneeling. I'm trying to find Schneider. I think she's back out. I can't.
Well, she's got 15 points right now, 6 out of 9 from the field. She has carried a lot of the heavy lifting
Madison
here
Field,
for
who hasn't
Buena Vista.
played this season, is into the game for the Beavers. The 5'7" sophomore forward from Iota, Minnesota. I got to find Schneider. And they're going to call the ball out of bounds. I see Holly Schneider now back on the bench, but they're not attending to her, so who knows? Doesn't really matter as Barrett drives, and so far Barrett's got 1 shot made on 9 attempts for just 3 points in this, and that's dragging the pivot foot. And another player who hadn't been in the game all weekend, first game of the season for her, Danielle Betcher, the 5'9" freshman forward from Rembrandt, Iowa, is the one who turned that over. So Buena Vista has gone deep in the bench in a close contest here with Westfield State. Long 3 from Barrett does not go as it just barely caught front iron.
That should be an over the back there.
Well, it's going to be an undercut call,
really?
Actually. No, that's definitely an undercut. Durkee was trying to get position, but as she was going for the ball, she got undercut by Christina Schauer, who's also in the game, the 5'7" freshman from Middletown, Wisconsin.
I thought that was a fair box out there, but better angle there for the officials, sure.
Yeah, what I saw was Durkee trying to get in position and then getting her legs cut out from underneath her.
Well, Durkee, a good foul shooter coming in, 85% of the year, misses another.
Yeah, free throw shooting has not been going well in this contest. Amherst has arrived. The next free throw is good, and we're tied at 50. And we'll sub out the whole 5 for Buena Vista, so clear one side. The big unit in. Einerwold's got her nose gauzed up again. She got hit in the nose yesterday Had to have that dealt with. Maybe that's what the blood at the X was about. Mulbauer drive in. Nice defense initially from Gray, but Mulbauer fights her way through it and gets the score for a 52-50 lead now for the Beavers. Mulbauer, Einerwald, along with Whitehill, Holly Schneider, Appleseth out there on the floor for BBU. Set with a rainbow three, cannot get it to fall.
Strong rebound there by Muehlbauer. Somehow the Beavers holding on to this lead despite the challenge from Westfield here in the third quarter.
Einerwald with the attempt, the foul from Musette. It's Musette's first foul. Going to the line now will be Einerwald, who's a pretty good free throw shooter. She's got 2 on the way as the next unit ready to come in. Looks like the, well, it is the B unit. Einerwald misses the free throw, much to her frustration. And there's our sub out. 2:54 left just in the third quarter here. It's 52-50, Buena Vista leading Westfield. Westfield comes into the weekend averaging 92.9 points a game. That took a little hit yesterday with just a 70-some-odd point output. Buena Vista came in averaging 61.5 points a game. They will most likely go over that here today, unless things slow way down, as we still have 12-plus minutes to play in the contest. Wanted a travel call, didn't get it. Three-pointer on the way, left short by Camara. Out of bounds, back to the Beavers. Holly Schneider's in trouble. No one's helping her. Finally gets rid of it. Einerwald's going to, well done.
Good court awareness.
Yep.
Noticing where she was on the sideline. So to keep her feet in bounds. Let's see, what are you doing? Manhandling me here.
You know, she not only tight-roped the line, but she was able to bounce it off of Barrett to keep it their possession. Barrett with a smirk on her face after it happened.
Smirk on her face and a big piece of cotton in her nose after the blood
Whitehill
was drawn before.
Well, that's not Barrett. Shot good for Westfield State. Barrett's...
Well, talking about it.
But Einerwald.
Yes, Einerwald. She had the heads-up play there to stay in bounds. Nice inlet pass.
And Mulbauer converts back to the lead for BBU.
Every time the Owls challenge, Buena Vista is
clear.
finding a way to keep them just at arm's bend.
Kick out, 3, coming, way long. Einerwald gets the rebound. Quickly up ahead, another long pass. Holly Schneider's going to finish. Nope.
Wide open, the pass was there. She avoided the the outstretched arms there for Westfield and couldn't thread that any better, just missing the conversion. That's so frustrating as a coach right there. That's such a high percentage shot, and to blow that,
it's a shot
catch you later in the game.
Shot you learn from adolescence. 80 seconds left. Shot in the corner is good, and Barrett's got her second make of the night, and Westfield State's got its first lead since the second quarter, 55-54. Einerwald pushes the pace, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Barrett after Einerwald changed directions. They said Barrett wasn't set.
So back and forth here. Beavers retaking the lead. Again, should be a 3-point lead right now on the blown layup. And it's little plays like that, Dave, as you kind of dissect how a game progresses. You try to pinpoint the mistakes that were avoidable that cost teams games. Well, right there. Doesn't get much more clear than that.
Agreed.
As Dave takes the Panera Bread off of the table
just
here.
Blocking my corner view.
Or it's distracting you, one or the other.
I'll give you that. Einerwald converts on the 3-point play, 2-point lead. She then checks out, and into the game comes Jennifer Schneider. Closing down the third quarter here. 60 seconds remaining. Barrett with the ball. Bounce pass. Now kick out. Musette, 3 on the way. Nothing but net. as Westfield State retakes the lead. At halftime, we had 7 ties and 7 lead changes. We've added to that here in the third quarter.
Another missed layup attempt, but oh my goodness. 2 opportunities, and they fail to cash in.
And a jump ball call belonged to Westfield State. 42.3 seconds left in the quarter. Fresh shot clock. Barrett back into the game for the Owls. Into the corner, 3 on the way from Gerke. Buries it! Another lead change. Near steal by Miller. Now Miller will get the ball back. Up the court, hands it off to Gerke. Gerke on the baseline, double dribble violation, and she will turn it over. Shot clock is off, 26.1 seconds remaining here for the Owls. Here in the third quarter, trailing by 2.
We're going to get a good final shot off, see if they can tie it. Heading
7
to the
seconds.
fourth quarter, but they will not, at least not in this possession.
7 seconds left, throwing the ball away. Mulbauer will check out for Whitehill.
Mulbauer's had a real solid game thus far, nearly a double-double at this point in the game.
She might be the all-tournament player representing for the Owls. For Vista. 1 second left, shot up. No good. That will draw us to the end of the quarter.
What you didn't see on that last play there was a heads-up play by Lucy Barrett, sticking her hand in and kind of jarring the ball loose. It actually caught Buena Vista.
Vista.
Oh, we'll get that right by the fourth quarter. But actually caught her in the chin on the way up, and that's why she wasn't able to get a clean shot off at the buzzer.
60-58, Buena Vista's got the lead on Westfield State. Back with the fourth quarter here from Las Vegas in the South Point Arena after this.
The love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. And in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
We're back after jamming out to the tunes as we're back underway. Quick shot from Westfield State does not fall. Welcome back. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Ira Thor as a foul is called.
Big rebound by Schneider, and then looking for the pass to midcourt to try to create the transition. Sets up the foul.
Westfield State shooting 32.8%. They're 13 of 32 from the three-point line, 3 of 7 from the free throw line. This ball will just not stay in bounds.
Buena Vista with 24 turnovers.
Buena Vista. Look at that second quarter. Shot 9 of 11. And continuing their good shooting now, 24 of 44 at 54.5%, but 9 of 15 for the free throw line. Not very good there. Oh, I can hear it, sir. Teasing me.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Westfield in that third quarter, just 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Much better control here. I spoke too soon, however.
Yeah, there's another turnover. But no, you're right. Much better control of the ball. 60-58, though, here. In the fourth quarters, we're underway. He's Ira Thor. I'm Dave McHugh, whether we want to be otherwise or not.
At least we are inside broadcasting this, rather than the first game we did out in Greensboro for the national championship.
That's a good point, sir. That is a win in our book.
Probably a different audience because not too much soccer invested in these schools since they weren't in the tournament. But Dave and I were lucky enough to be in Greensboro for the 3rd year in a row for the national championship.
Coming back.
Women's soccer.
Yep, coming back the other way. Sorry, just crazy up and down here. Mulbauer on a beautiful pass from Holly Schneider.
Crazy that was a month ago, by the way.
Yeah, I know. 62-58, less than 9 minutes to play. It's taken me a little while to get over that weekend. That was a lot of soccer. Good soccer, too.
Great soccer. Some of the better games I've seen in my entire career.
But
the first game we were stuck outside because somebody decided, hey, let's put the announcing crew out in the elements. Not so much.
At least the teams kept it heated for us.
3-on-none.
And Holly Schneider refused to let Enerhold have that ball.
Mine.
It's mine. It's my basket. I'm the senior. I'm pulling rank. 64-58, the biggest lead for Buena Vista in this contest. Trying to put the Owls away here with 8 minutes left. Long three! No good. Jeez, heaved that one up, did Camara. And we get a foul call.
One thing I did get on the way back from the tournament is kind of a new appreciation for those around the country who have only smaller airports near their home. The only flight that I could find back to get back to New Jersey, because my NJC, our women's team, was actually hosting
the only flight you could get back.
Well, we were hosting Amherst the next day in women's basketball. That's our next game here, by the way, is Amherst on the court. This was a fly out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, which I didn't even know had an airport. They had, I believe, 6 gates.
Foul, by the way, in the corner.
It's the smallest airport I'd ever.
6 gates? That's the smallest airport you've been to?
Fayetteville, North Carolina. I had no idea.
I will have to introduce you to some airports then.
Well, you get spoiled being in the New York, New Jersey area. I
spoiled's not the right word.
To fly out of Newark or Philly most of the time, but we got LaGuardia.
I'm still.
JFK.
Missed free throw there by Durkee, by the way.
No, I will not fly out of Teterboro.
But you've got it.
I have flown out of Teterboro.
Spoiled isn't the right word we're looking for here.
We have options.
Yes. Less than 8 minutes to play here, and the option for the free throw line works as Durkee hits both.
I hear from some of my friends in college athletics around the country, some of the small airports that they have to fly out to either conventions or to
some
NCAA
have to
tournament
travel
games.
A couple of hours.
That's the only option they have?
Give Steve Pete a call. 7:49 remaining. I know he's not listening, but you can give him a call and ask him how Steve Pete gets to anything.
I believe
out of Castine, Maine. Or maybe those at University of Maine Presque Isle. Oh, nice steal from behind. Mulbar left that exposed and puts up the shot, though, somehow by Holly Schneider, who's absolutely taken over this game.
Presque Isle, I'm assuming you got to fly out of another country.
You're most likely going down to Bangor. It's not worth going to another country.
That was a Canada joke.
Holly Schneider going to the line here. Free throw good. 65-60. See if I can update something here for you.
And good free throw shooting here. This has been the largest lead for Buena Vista since the second quarter. I take that back. They actually did lead by 8 in the third.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the 8-point lead.
Loose ball there, and Barrett tried to break it up, instead gets called for the foul.
Holly Schneider, huge so far in this contest for Buena Vista. And she's got 19 points on 7-11 shooting, 5 for 7 from the free throw line, along with 6 rebounds. As her team continues to pour it on.
And they're starting to pull away here, now matching their largest lead at 8 points.
68-60 with 7:05 remaining. Shot up, no good. And here comes Buena Vista, and of course it's Holly Schneider, though she gets her pocket picked that time by Musette. Picking up the ball is Gray. Here comes Musette into the corner. 3 from Barrett. Rattles in.
They needed that badly, Dave. Big 3 for their top scorer.
And backcourt violation. Will turn it over to Westfield State.
You can make an argument there was no control of that loose ball, but a big break here for Buena Vista. Told you I'd get it right by the fourth quarter. Next game, of course, following this will be Amherst and Stevens Point.
It's interesting. I think they've only got Lucy Barrett down for. She's had a couple made shots, has she not? I've only got her down for one. Now it's 2 make at. 68-63 with 6:28. Oh, nice inside move there from Jen Poots. And the basket makes it 70-63, 6:08 remaining. Kick out, faked out, into the corner, 3 on the way, no good. Barrett, nope, that's not Barrett, that is Slaughter who grabs the rebound. Maybe I confused Barrett and Slaughter at one point.
Well, Barrett was their leading scorer yesterday, of course.
Well, leading scorer coming into the weekend.
And after the whole season, but just 2 of 12 on the day. She's 2 of 6 from three-point range, meaning she's missed all 6 of her two-point attempts.
How many rebounds she got?
She's got 10.
See, that's all the information I needed. Thank you, sir. We'll give her some love. And there it is. 3 in the corner, no good.
That's a big-time play there by McCarthy. They needed plays like that. Still down by 5 with 5:40 to go. But after an air ball on the three-pointer right there for the board.
Oops, sorry, got the wrong scoreboard there. Well, there we go.
Gotta get you an intern.
Shot up and good. So response down the other end of the floor by Poots. 72-65 with 5:20 left to go. .5:15 remaining in this contest. As the Pointers have decided to get ready for their game. You can't see them in the background. Sometimes you can. Can't this time. Gerke picked up her dribble, but gets bailed out, but then stolen as Happelseth tried to cross midcourt. Here come the Owls with a burst of speed, and that's going to be a player control foul. Yep. Hanging out in the lane, having a cup of coffee, actually having a conversation with Jen Poots and Aaron Gerke before they were driven into by Camara. And we will do a full timeout. I'll take that one as well. Timeout called by Buena Vista. We'll take it as well. You're watching the D3Hoops.com Classic from South Point Arena in Vegas after this.
It's on us to stop sexual assault
in any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
to stand up.
To make our community safe for all. It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault. Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
5 minutes to go, less than, in the game. Buena Vista and Westfield State battling it out here. Coming up next, number 7 Amherst will take on Wisconsin Stevens Point, and that's going to be, that could have gone either way. Musette, though, hits the deck hard and comes up holding her arm inside. She looks to be in pain. She's trying to shake that one off. You could have called Musette for the block. You could also call Enerwald for the push-off. They went with the block. And Barrett apparently had a conversation with the official about it. Interesting moment there because the official basically saying, are you going to line up on the line? Barrett with a smile. I don't think the official was smiling back. Musette continues to work on her arm as Barrett hits the free throw, tying their biggest lead of the game, looking to make it their biggest lead if they can with this free throw. 4:49 remaining in the contest, and Westfield State doing their best to try and stay with Buena Vista here, as both teams need a win. I gave the point, I apologize, 73-65. It remains an 8-point lead after the miss by Enerwald. Musette's going to dribble despite that arm. She looks pretty good out there controlling the ball. Buena Vista getting aggressive with that zone defense. Barrett for 3, big shot from Barrett to cut the deficit to 5. She's now 3 for 6, I want to say, from beyond the arc. The only 3 makes she's made, they've all come in the second half, and a traveling violation called on Gray.
Another costly mistake there. The turnovers have been one area that the Beavers have struggled in this game. And if Westfield's going to find a way to get back in the contest, that's going to be their way in.
Barrett comes in averaging 19.9 points a game. She actually had a good game against Amherst. They didn't shut her down necessarily, but they didn't try to. She had 0 points at halftime and now just 9 points on 3 made threes in this second half. As the ball goes out of bounds, will remain with the Owls with 4:02 remaining. And BVU will have 3 subs coming in here. Holly Schneider, who's been significant for this team.
Bounce pass inside. First a grab, however, on Buena Vista. That'll be their 3rd foul of the quarter.
Musette will inbound it. Musette, the shortest player on the floor at 5'1", listed. Long 3 from Barrett, back iron, no good, and Holly Schneider hauls down her 9th rebound of the contest, and then Musette deflects it off of Einerwald. Einerwald doesn't like the call, gives the official the stare down, as it were. The official doesn't matter. It doesn't care, walks away. 3:51 left off the turnover, 73-68. Clinging to the lead here is Buena Vista. They've played so well, but the Owls have just gotten scrappy in this second half. I don't think they played any of the game we expected this weekend. We didn't see a lot of what we thought was a system, but 3 significant injuries may have had a large reason with that, as Einerwald gets it tied up with Lane, and the possession arrow gives it back to the Beavers. Again, 3 significant injuries. Starter Siobhan Moriarty out, Satchel Guilami out, and Courtney McCurry out, all of them who play significant minutes. That can disrupt your system. Now you're down to 2 sets of 5 instead of maybe having 3 sets of 5. And I'm wondering if that's had an effect of them slowing down their game a little bit. 3-pointer on the way, goes in.
Rattles around and goes down.
That shot from Casey Miller, and BVU's got back to their biggest lead of the game at 8. 3 minutes left, and don't get me wrong, Beavers have gone deep to their bench in a tight game, and another steal going up ahead. It's Whitehill, stops at the elbow for the shot. Einerwald tries to go over the top, can't get the rebound. The Owls coming back the other direction. McCarthy with the ball. They still are down 8 with 2:45 remaining. And get it to Slaughter. Slaughter up and in. Keeping this one close. Beavers quickly up ahead, too far behind Einerwald on that one, on the pass from Whitehill, and it's another turnover. And we got a number of subs in. Appleseth back into the game, Gerke back into the game, along with Holly Schneider was out there. Mulbauer back into the game. Casey Miller into the game for the Beavers. And it's the A unit for the Owls. Musette, Durkee, Gray, Huggus, and Barrett. Barrett, 3, corner. Nope. Rebound hauled in by Durkee. They're looking for threes at this point. They're also looking inside. 3 coming here. Buried it. Durkee cuts the deficit to 3. Timeout, Westfield.
Big time shot there, reminiscent of last night's North Central Ohio Northern game, where North Central tried to get back in the game after a deficit for majority. Actually, they trailed the entire game, quite frankly. We'll see if Westfield can force a turnover or 2 using that up-tempo game, as Dave is jamming out here to the oldies.
Yeah, to the oldies is right. 30-second timeout by our count. Well, here we go again. Apparently it's 3 times. Oh, I took one off the wrong team there. It was a Westfield State timeout, not a BVU timeout. So both teams down to 3 timeouts in the final 2:11. I have a feeling we will see quite a few of them used in this 76-73 contest. I get the ball up to Mulbauer. Mulbauer back to Holly Schneider. Schneider back to Mulbauer. 2 minutes remaining here in the contest. 3-point lead for the Beavers on the Owls. Whitehill I'm sorry, Appleseth with it. Now Gerke. Skip pass far side. They'll get it to Appleseth. Shot from the wing with 7 on the shot clock. Hits it.
They needed that.
79-73. Barrett with possession, being harassed by Appleseth. Top of the key. Gets it to Musette. Musette will drive. Kick out to Barrett. Why not? Pump fakes on the NBA three. Drives in. Forces it up. Gets Mulbauer for the foul. You knew Barrett wanted that three. It's a third on Mulbauer. You know Barrett wanted that three, but a good closeout by Gerke. Or was it? It may have been actually Miller who closed it out. But Barrett's the free throw line, I think, for the first time today. Hits the first. And is now 1 for 1 on the day, looking for a second. As back into the game comes Slaughter. And out of the game goes Haugus. Second one is good as well. 79-75. 84 seconds remaining. BVU trying to close this one out with a 4-point lead. And Holly Schneider threw that one away. Skip, far side. Barrett thought about it. Bounce pass into Slaughter. Slaughter keeps it from getting tied up. Musette, three! Oh, had the distance, just missed it left with Barrett wide open on the right-hand side. Barrett calling for the shot. Musette took it instead. 67 seconds left. Holly Schneider nearly had a 5 count because everybody ran up court. Gerke up ahead. Missed it. 1 minute left. It's going to be a tie-up.
I think Musette disrupted that shot on the way up.
Less than a minute to play as Musette will bring the ball up the court. Hands it off to Gray. Gray tries to get it back to Musette. It's deflected out of bounds by Miller. And Miller couldn't keep it from going out of bounds. Musette, Gray, along with McCarthy. McCarthy will inbound it. Slaughter and Barrett on the floor for the Owls. 15 seconds left. They need a shot here. Big time. Barrett will drive. Kick out. Three, no good. Off the side of the iron from Gray. Kept from going out. Nope, did not keep it from going out of bounds. Did Slaughter. Timeout coming for BVU. We'll advance it up to the 28-foot line to avoid the full court pressure from the Owls. This is the part of the rule I hate. 34.6 seconds left. We already decided who our all tournament members are from these two units. For Buena Vista, it'll be Holly Schneider, who's having a terrific game here today especially. Oh, I got a stoppage in my live stats. We'll have to refresh here and double check our, there we go. So for Holly Schneider, she's got 19 points and 7-11 shooting, 5 of 7 at the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists here so far today. And despite the struggles for Lucy Barrett, yesterday a big game, but then today she's now in double digits on 3 of 5 shooting, 3 for 9 from beyond the arc, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And yes, the 11 rebounds as well, as Barrett hasn't been able to hit the shots, but she's been able to get rebounds. The ball was deflected out of bounds. Mulbauer, somebody. Mulbauer thought about climbing over the table to get to the ball and then thought twice of it. Innerwald back in to replace Appleseth. Again, a reminder coming up on a separate stream, we will have the
Emerson Stevens Point coming up.
That in. Schneider will keep you up. Stevens Point versus Amherst. I was watching Schneider struggling. Innerwald will hold on to it knowing it's going to be a jump ball. How about Innerwald was waiting for contact. Oh, Buena Vista's coach is going to get a tee. Worst time of the game to get a technical foul. She marched up the entire length of the table. Thought Innerwald had been fouled. Innerwald is grimacing. Now remember, she had gotten hit in the face yesterday, drew blood. Got hit in the face earlier, drew blood. Now apparently thought she got hit in the face. A jump ball was called instead. Barrett will go to the line to shoot the technical free throws. with 26.5 seconds left. Talk about big free throws. First one sunk. One more coming. But Dana Christian went from the baseline to the end of the Barrett misses the next free throw.
And you could see the frustration evident on her face.
It's a jump ball, so it should remain BVU ball. It will remain the Beavers' possession. The technical does not change possession. But Christian is going to get lucky. Only one got made because she definitely earned that technical. And a timeout called by BVU. We didn't mark it correctly here, but they're down to one timeout. I couldn't tell from this angle if Enorwald got hit. So I don't know if it's an argument there or not. But that kind of reminded me of a men's game a few years ago between Stevens Point, nationally ranked, onto a national title that year, and Whitman. And Whitman's coach, Eric Bridgeland, in overtime, lost his cool, earned 2 technical fouls in quick succession, and went from Whitman being able to possibly knock off Stevens Point to having no chance. And that's kind of the decision there. Of all the points in the game, you don't want to give the other team some free points. You're allowing Westfield now into one possession ball game.
Yeah, you have to maintain your composure there. They got
as much as
very, very fortunate that only 1 point came out of that, but big stop here. They have to take a shot. Just 4.5 second differential. They choose the foul instead.
Slaughter fouls Mulbauer.
Probably the smarter move, quite frankly, considering the free throw percentages today.
Agreed. It's not been a great free throw shooting day. Mulbauer will go to the line here. Normally, coming into the season, coming into the weekend, she was a 50% free throw shooter. So if you're going to pick a target, she's the right one. I don't think she's been there today.
As a team, they're 12 of 19 on the day from the line.
She hits the first one. She's now 2 of 3 on the day. So 2-possession ball game now. Trying to make it a little bit more difficult. Most likely a timeout with a 28-foot line advancement coming. Missed it. Barrett grabs it. Does not advance. Called timeout. They'll be allowed to move it up to the 28-foot line. So timeout called by Westfield. They'll move it up the court, and they'll use this as a 30-second timeout. 24.8 seconds left, down by 4. Obviously, you don't need the three-pointer. You can get a simple 2 points here if you have to, and it will still keep you within a tight game. That's why that free throw is so key. If she had made it a 5-point game, then you need a 3 at some point along the way. There's the horn. 24.8 seconds left. By the way, both teams essentially in the bonus at this point. I didn't put that on our screen, but we will now. Westfield's already hit the 5 fouls. Buena Vista's at 4, so their next foul would put the Owls on the line for the bonus. Inbounds into Musette. Musette, along with Gray, Barrett, and others on the floor. Enorwald deflects it out.
Good
It'll
sportsmanship
stay Owls
there.
possession. Yeah, Enorwald didn't seem like she wanted it, but good sportsmanship from Gray. Gray's out there with Durkee, along with McCarthy, by the way, who's played a lot in the second half. Haven't had a chance to mention she's out there. McCarthy gets the rebound, can't get it to fall. Mulbauer hauls in the rebound. Enorwald's going to wait for the foul and take it. Make it seem maybe a bigger foul than it really was. Barrett at least earned it. And Enorwald will go to the line here in a 4-point game. Can't make it more than a 2-possession ball game, but can make it real difficult with 6.8 seconds left. Westfield State still has 2 timeouts, so they can advance it if they need to the 28-foot line to save time. First free throw is good. 81-76. Second one is good.
And that should be enough to ice this one.
Maybe. 82-76. We'll see. They're moving up to the 28-foot line. Quick 3 could make it interesting. And we should point out, Buena Vista's got a timeout as well. Don't forget, coming up on the next stream, it will be the 7th-ranked Mammoths of Amherst, who will probably show off their defensive prowess in a game against Stevens Point. Yesterday they showed off their offensive prowess in a game against Westfield State. I don't expect the Stevens Point Amherst game to be all that high scoring. But that one is coming up next as a Dean of Division III women's basketball coaching, and Shirley Egner brings her pointer squads up against the Gino Auriemma of Division III in GP Gromacki and his Mammoths of Amherst. The Owls will be inbounded here with 6.8. They need to get a quick 3. Barrett calls for it. Bad pass. Timeout so that Buena Vista doesn't have to deal with being in the backcourt, right? And dealing with the giving Westfield State an easy opportunity. That's their final timeout as well. Yep, and she brought in the C unit. Wow. She brought in Daniel Botcher, Madison Field, Micah Barnes, and Nicole Lang. Barnes gets the steal. Barrett gets the steal.
Won't matter at this point.
She'll put up the floater, but this one was over anyway. The final 82-76 from this one as Buena Vista gets a win to stop their losing streak, but Westfield State, unfortunately, still reeling on theirs. 82-76, the win for Buena Vista improves to 5-7 on the season, while Westfield State now falls to 4-7 on their season. Buena Vista, in the meantime, after this one, they take a couple days, and they will get into conference play on January 2nd when they will take on at home Nebraska Wesleyan, and then at home on January 5th against Luther, before hitting the road for 2 games on the 9th and 12th of January at Central and at Dubuque. For Westfield State, they will head home on the 3rd of January to take on Plymouth State, actually on the road. Then they're home against Massachusetts College and Middlebury in non-conference play, that last one, to the conference play against. So let's try that again. Non-conference game on January 3rd at Plymouth State. Then conference action on January 5th against Massachusetts College. Then non-conference play on January 8th against Middlebury before getting back into conference play the 12th and 16th at Bridgewater State and at Framingham State in the MASCAC Conference. So again, the final score gives Westfield State the loss. They're now 4-7. Buena Vista the win. They are now 5-7 on the season. Ira, your thoughts before we get the final stats from this one?
Well, for Buena Vista to be able to overcome 32 turnovers in a game, you don't see teams victorious too many times when they have that many giveaways in the contest, but they shot well from the field, shot 57% overall. They knocked down 5 out of 11 from three-point range, and they forced Westfield State into a bunch of poor shots. I thought the shot selection throughout the contest was iffy at best. Happens when you play such a fast offense for sure. That's kind of comes with the package at times.
I just don't think Westfield State showed off their true system style today.
The system shot weekend. Under 30% today.
Yeah, I don't think they showed off what they are capable or know what to do. I'm not saying that they're the world's best team either, but I just don't think we saw the true system out of them here today.
Credit to Westfield, 24 offensive rebounds in the game, and they helped use that combined with the 32 turnovers to make this interesting. They challenged for sure late there in the fourth quarter.
Average 33 turnovers forced a game, so not surprised by that.
Not enough to pull away. And credit to the Beavers, they split here.
Yep.
And they go home snapping a 3-game losing streak.
So the Beavers do split, as previously mentioned, after a loss to Gettysburg. Westfield State loses to Amherst and to Buena Vista to come out of this 0-2. Those two are done. Again, brain freeze. Holly Schneider is the all-tournament member from the Beavers, and it was Lucy Barrett, the all-tournament member from Westfield State. That's going to wrap it up from this one. Coming up next, it's the Pointers of Stevens Point versus number 7 Amherst Mammoths. That one coming up about, they haven't even started the clock for some reason, about 25 minutes from now, which means a little bit of late start. We'll try and let you know that on the other stream as well. Thanks for tuning in. Want to thank Blue Frame Technologies for their help with our broadcast with production truck capabilities. Also want to thank all those at South Point and Sport Tours International for their assistance. For Pat Coleman, Ira Thor, I'm Dave McHugh. This is a copyrighted broadcast of D3Sports.com and Sport Tours International. If you want to use it in any way, you better contact us first. You've been watching D3Hoops.com Classic from Las Vegas.